what's up? Thanks for checking out my video. In this video I'm going to be drawing a pose, and I'm going to be drawing Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I'm going to be doing it as a little twist. I'm going to take the character and I'm going to draw it in kind of like the style from the TV series Baki. And so right now I'm putting in the head, and I'm putting in all the construction lines to form the face. And right now I'm doing a triangle, that triangle shape that I'm doing, where I'm kind of adding it to those endpoints on the top. It kind of shows, it kind of structures the head, and in a way I'm able to use that and figure out where to place other portions of the face, where I'm putting in the ears, and then I can put the eyes. The eyes will usually be placed on the second line, right on the bottom, where the top of where the eye ridge is. So when I'm working the neck, and I'm using the pose from the picture from Figurosity. You can also check that out. Links are down below for that also, and also the equipment that I use. And right now I'm forming in the chest area, and I'm drawing in all the big shapes. I'm placing in all the big joints and just everything to kind of get the shape roughly thrown in before I start adding in the details. And I'm not going to get too detailed with this. This is more like a general structuring tutorial to show the process of how I'm doing it. So right now I'm putting in all the curves and the cylinders for the arms, and get that cylinder in just so I can figure out the length of the arm and know how far back the arm is going to get. I don't want the arm to get too far off the paper. Now I'm adding in some more curves for the triceps, getting that in, and I have like at least like 7 or 8 different references going on. I mean, I have the Figurosity picture, which I have on the top, which I'm going to based off of following the pose from, and then I'm trying to do the style from the show. So I have like 8 or 9 different images from that, just to kind of see or get the style of how to place this character, or how this character would look if he was on the show. Kind of like if he was in a tournament or something like that. And I was going to add some cuts and stuff on him, but I said no, I'll leave it the way it is, since he used mostly elements anyway, and he has his staff. But right now I'm getting in all the details for the muscles, fixing in some of the lines. And during this stage, you can kind of just roughly throw in and just try to be comfortable with it. Don't try to get too crazy with details. That's usually at the end, where I just get like rubber eraser, and I'll erase the whole thing till it's real light, and then go over with ink and start shading it, which I'm also do in a future video, on how I shade and use shadows with the markers. Now I'm roughing in the shapes for the hands, getting the fingers, for fingers I usually do kind of like little box shapes, the three boxes for each finger. And also don't forget to leave a like and comment and subscribe also if you haven't. Now I'm getting in trying to make sure I get all the joints for the hand. And it's rough, so you're not gonna really see it too fine-tuned right there. And right now I'm just going in and trying to work in that other arm in the back. And since it's in perspective in the back, it's gonna be smaller. So I'm trying to get that in there, and also the staff. And for the staff, I roughed it out, but in the final drawing, which you probably saw in the thumbnail, I had to use a ruler to fine-tune it when I'm fine-tuning it before shading it. I don't want to leave it too rough, because it's more of an industrial line on it. A lot of other things like buildings and stuff like that, sometimes I may freehand those, but for certain things like a pole or things that have sharp edges, I'll get a ruler for that. So I'm getting the pole in. Getting them roughing in the neck. And for the fingers, you can't really see them too good because they're wrapped around the pole, so all you see is kind of like the tips of the fingers. So you're getting into just roughing in shapes, darkening lines. Sometimes I have to darken the lines because when there's a lot of lines going on, I have to darken the lines in certain areas just so I'll know what line belongs to what. Because sometimes I may get confused because there's so many lines going on, but I try not to do too many. I try to keep it a little fairly simple so there's not as much chaos in the drawing. Right now I'm trying to work in and fix the abs. Bury it in. But I don't know, when I decided to do this, I said, well, I've seen a bunch of videos on drawing things in different styles, so I said, well, let me try to draw how Aang will look in Avatar: The Last Airbender, but in the style if he was in the TV show, and how I think he would look. It's kind of like one of those like muscled up fighters, even though he's not too muscular. I kind of left him, he's a little bit I guess still fairly thin, but just a little more muscle on him, because he has to have a lot of muscle if he wants to be on that show, pretty much. So right now I'm putting in the eyes, and I'm looking at a bunch of different eyes from the manga and of the Baki series, and trying to mimic that while also keeping his eyes kind of similar to his normal character's eyes. But I just went along with one of the eyes I just picked from the Baki series manga. Get a nose, gave him that little famous mouth. I was trying to make him a little bit older too, so I was kind of just trying to work in a lot of details, and I wasn't trying to add too many wrinkles, but just enough to give him a fairly muscular, structured face. Ears in his neck. I may do some more of these. I'll probably do maybe some other characters using poses and just throwing them in random shows. I'm curious to see what a character would look like if they were on probably something like Dragon Ball Z or something, or Kingen, or one of the other fighting anime shows that's out there. I might even do some of them as superheroes. So right now I'm getting those the triangles in for his symbols. At this point now, most of the majority of the figure is fairly done. Right now I'm just working in other details. At this point is where I would start adding in the symbols, or the cuts if I was going to put cuts in there, or a lot of other different things. If he had armor or clothing, sometimes I could draw this out and then erase certain parts and just add clothing on top of that, which I probably would do in some other videos too, that also show that. And the paper is mainly just for me to keep my fingers from smudging it. Right now I'm giving him his beard. This is the older one, so make him look a little older, give him his little beard there. And that's pretty much it for this video. If you want to see more videos like this, or if you got any suggestions or ideas for other videos, let me know. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. All right, take care.